Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul, and in this video we are going to discuss about typecasting in Python. There are two types of typecasting in Python. First is implicit typecasting and second is explicit typecasting. So in this video we are going to discuss about implicit typecasting, and in our next video we are going to discuss about the explicit typecasting. So let's understand what exactly is typecasting. So typecasting is a method to convert the variable data type into a certain data type in order to perform the operation required by the user. So as I have told you earlier that there are two type of typecasting, implicit and explicit. So let's go and see the various technique for typecasting. So the first one that we are going to see is the implicit typecasting over here. So in implicit type conversion method, Python converts the data type into another data type automatically. In this process, as a user, we do not have to involve in the typecasting process. So let's say, for example, if I'm creating a variable num1 equal to 81, over here Python automatically converts the num1 to int. And let's check that. So if I run this cell and then if I print type of num1, then you can see over here that the class is int, and this is a classic example of implicit type conversion where Python automatically converts the number to integer. Okay, so let's take another example saying that, let's say if we have num2, and in this if we are simply putting 88.07, in this case if I print the type of this num2, then we should ideally get the float as a class over here. So let's run this. Okay, so we can see that the class is float, and over here Python has automatically converts the num2 variable into float. So let's assume a scenario that we have two numbers over here. The first number is num1 and the second number is num2. Okay, in this case what will happen if we add these two numbers? Python will convert in which data type? So the num1 is an integer, num2 is a float. Then what will Python do? So based on my understanding, Python automatically converts the result of these two numbers addition into a float, because first number is integer, second number is float, and the result will be in float. That's why the Python should convert the addition of these two number into float. So let's check it out. So if I put result, or let's put addition result is equal to num1 plus num2. Then let's print num1 first, let's print num2, then let's print type of num1, then print type of number 2 or num2. Okay, now let's print the result, print addition result, then print type of addition result. Okay, now if I run this, you can see over here, so num1 is 81, num2 over here is 88.07, class is int for 81, class is float for 88.07. Then we have this result, addition result, which is 169.07, and the class is float. So this is another classic example of implicit type conversion where Python converts the data into another data type automatically based on the data type that Python has received. So as we have seen over here the addition result, what if we check, if we multiply these two number, then whether Python will also change it to float or not, right? So let's take multiplication result into a variable multi result is equal to num1 into num2. Okay, and let's print the type of, or let's print the multi result first, and then let's print type of multi result. Over here we have 7133.66 and many times 9, and this is a class of float. So over here what happened is that one of the number is of class int, second number is of class float, and Python automatically converted the multi-result variable to float as it has a floating multiplication. That's why if both of the numbers were integer, then we would have the integer only as a multi-result. Let's check it out. So I converted the number 2 as integer, okay, and I multiplied both of this number 1 and number 2. Now if I print this, you can see that we have the multiplication 7128 and the class is int. So it totally depends upon the type of data that we have, and Python will convert it automatically based on the data type. So in nutshell, in implicit type conversion methods, Python converts the data type into another data type automatically, and in this process we do not have to worry about it, or we do not have to involve in this casting process. Happy learning and see you in the next video.